fabulous.
Oh, fabulous. It's been 7 weeks since I've seen your face in real life.
So long, hasn't it?
So good to be back in the studio.
So good to be back.
In the studio. It's somewhat returned to normal life, but it's not.
It's not. But look, we'll take these as little wins.
We will.
We will.
How are you keeping?
I'm good. It feels good to be back in some
form of normality.
Even like social wise, I'm like, oh, you're right there.
Yeah. Oh.
Not in my laptop.
Are we 6 feet?
Yeah, it feels good. How are you keeping, Jay?
Good.
Yeah.
Getting there, tipping, working on some projects is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. Working on video projects for yourself and other people and stuff like that, you know?
Yes.
Banter.
Absolute legend.
We were talking just before we came on air, people. Thank you for entering the contest. The giveaway. We'll be announcing the winner this week, hopefully.
Yes.
It's exciting
I'm literally
news.
looking to Jay. I'm like, okay, all right, let's do it.
We're talking to Republic of Work. So they're going to come back to us and we're going to do a whole announcement on socials and stuff.
Love that.
So it's going to be super 2021 for someone or some people or...
Yeah.
I'm
going to be very jealous, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, come on.
Like, it's an unbelievable prize. Like,
I was happy to be able to give it away. And we got several entries. I'm so happy with the amount of people that signed up
100%,
for it. Like, so
yes. And you might as well. Like, I'm glad that people did.
Try your best to get it for free anyway, before you end up paying for it. Like. But with that, saying that, before we kick off into anything, 2021, are you planning already?
Yes.
Prepping already?
Yeah.
In what form? What are your methods?
Do you know what's scaring me is the fact that every month has flown and people are like 2021 and I'm like 2021 is less than a month away and time is
3.5 weeks away.
Yeah, and if you think about it work wise, like what is it, 2 work weeks and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like 2 full work weeks left and then you're done. So yes, I'm in more kind of like, I'm planning campaigns that are going to be running over Christmas and then into the new year it's like, right, what are we starting with on the 4th of January as opposed to the 4th of January being like, oh my God, what happened, you know, picking up pieces or just like trying to plan ahead. So there's not, like, in terms of marketing, there's not this massive dramatic thing that's going to happen in 2021. It's really just to be more agile because we all know from what happened this year with everything that, like, you need to be future-proofed at this stage. So it's just being agile to be like, are we going to shift to online only in January or are we going back into this 50-50 split of bricks and mortar and online? So it's very much like, I feel like my main 2021 strategy is to be agile and to be prepared, but to not have to be like, oh, the next new shiny thing is this. It's like, how can we stay on track with what we did in 2020? How do we stay afloat? Exactly. Basically. Yeah, that's kind of my main thing, really.
So start planning, guys.
It's so close.
Yeah,
it's
so like
so
literally
close.
The fact it hit me there. It's three weeks away, 3.5 weeks away.
Yeah.
And that's going to fly because of Christmas, obviously.
Yeah. And we all know that January is a time when you need to be more lighthearted on your social medias. We need to calm down with the sales pitches and let people feel the January blues and just try
let
to
them readjust.
Yeah. Help them wade through that really. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one in 2021. Like, depending on how every country is doing in terms of, like, I know we have to talk about Schmovich-19, but the fact that, like, there is a vaccine, there's like a little bit of hope that maybe this January and 2021 will bring a little bit of a difference to people versus January every other year where it's just like, ugh. Yeah,
they're saying early spring is when the world should feel somewhat of a dent from these vaccines.
Yeah, because I feel like even in terms of hospitality, like, there's a lot of people that are afraid to do anything in terms of marketing, planning. You know, even like, I found my clients are like, I don't want to work on like 6-month strategies. I need like month to month because I need to be able to adapt and adjust and be agile. And I think for marketeers, we're more used to like, nope, we're not going back to Marks. But I think as marketeers, we're very much like, what is our 12-month plan? And now it's like, what is our plan for the next
4-week plan?
Yeah, what's our plan for the next 6 weeks? Because that's all we know. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm looking forward to 2021.
I'd love to see the numbers of 2019 to 2020, the number of travel vlogs done and not done.
Okay.
How
I
interesting
didn't
would that
really know
be?
where you were going with that.
Like, think about the travel bloggers and influencers and all that kind of
I
stuff.
know.
Where like, okay, they probably did some. They should have pivoted. They probably did. I don't know. Or a lot of the throwbacks for most of the year. But it's very interesting to see the statistics of how many vlogs were actually done in both.
Yeah.
But you can say, I mean, several different businesses, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Hootsuite We Are Social report that comes out every January. I am such a nerd. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing all the data from that, because it's going to show our digital habits from the change year over year from 2020, from 2019. Like, it's going to be insane, the difference. Like, I just can't wait to see those. So yeah, if anybody is taking notes, it's the We Are Social Hootsuite digital report.
I'm pretty sure if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll get it sent to you.
It's a massive report. It's global, and then you can choose your own region.
Yeah.
But it's an unbelievable report. But if you like your data, I can't wait for the new report.
Just before we go on, I'm doing a 12 days of takeovers on my socials.
Yes.
There's 4 or 5 spots left. 4 spots, I think, now. Anyway,
Brilliant.
because this is going out today. Today's Thursday, the 3rd. This will be out tomorrow, Friday the 4th. Go to my Instagram, I am Jay Woodard. If you're a small business and I have an audience of about 30k across socials, take over my Instagram and my Facebook for a day, do a small giveaway, and then just kind of talk and that kind of stuff, and just promote yourself before leading up to Christmas.
Yeah, and so small businesses get on this, because Jay has a massive reach on his channels, and you said you'd help out a little bit.
Yeah,
if people
I'm happy
need
to help.
graphics and whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm going to kind of design the grid myself, and then you'll put your content in the grid I've designed.
Oh, go
So I have
away.
somewhat of a bit of control over it.
Oh,
It has to be. You have,
well, yeah.
I had to put T's and C's apply. Like, there's like a few, but it's nothing major. But that helps people. Then they have to give me an image of some sort, and I have the whole thing designed
Yeah,
for
that's
them.
brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah,
that now. When is it kicking off?
The 12th.
The 12th.
12th
Okay.
to 23rd. So yeah,
Class.
be a good crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can people get in touch
Just
to
DM
find
me.
your...
Find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever it is, and just DM me. Reach out.
Excellent.
And if you know anyone that could benefit from it, tag them in the post.
Yeah.
You'll see them on my at I am Jay Woodard, WODARD. If you're new to the place.
And if we're plugging, I'm going to plug Launch.
Plug launch. Oh,
I'm gonna
absolutely, go for
plug
it.
Launch.
Do you want the website? Do you want the website, or you're good?
No, I'm G.
Oh,
I
she
know.
knows it.
Yeah, I'm a partner. I know it. Okay, so if you are, I know we have a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs listening to this podcast. So if you are based in Cork, or if you trade out of Cork, or if you are an entrepreneur to be, aka a budding entrepreneur, then we are, as partners, putting together this 6-week program. It's launching at the end of January, and it's called Launch. And it's basically giving you all the tools and resources that you need to start a business and scale up and grow. So it is MGFD, which is my company. It's RDJ, Ronan Daly German, who are all like they're legal, like kings and queens. They know everything about that. And then you have BKK Financial. That will give you everything you need in terms of your finances and planning and all that stuff that like I'm not good at. Most
And
people
Fergal,
aren't.
Fergal and the team are class at BKK.
Unreal.
They're class.
And then you have Republic of Work as a partner as well. So we'll have the space here. And then we also have Stormtide Digital and Urban Design Studio and Endeavour, who are all going to be helping out on the program, giving you everything for IT, branding, and also enterprise. So for the 6 weeks, you're going to get mentoring and guidance from all of us. Imagine having all of those resources in one room.
to hand.
Like you'll be given like worksheets,
Insane.
takeaways, like you'll be able to basically like forecast, forward plan your digital, brand your company, everything in those 6 weeks. So we're picking 10 people / 10 businesses who want to basically take part in this program for 6 weeks. It's going to be one night a week for 2 hours each week. So it's not a massive time commitment, but we do want people who are ready to just take it on now and go with it. So you can apply at Republic of Work /launch.
Republicofwork.com
Republicofwork.com /launch. And the application closing date is the 18th of December. So please go and apply. It is worth applying for. Trust me. I just think the values you're going to get out of this is unbelievable. And if you're a successful one of the 10 businesses, you'll get to pitch to our we're calling them dragons. They're probably not going to be dragons, but dragons den style or panel. And one lucky business is going to have a package worth €25,000 where you'll get all of the people, all of the brands that I just mentioned. We're all going to be chipping in and giving you 25 grand worth of our services as a whole. So
crazy.
You'll have us basically for the year.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
It was funny. I was approached early this week to do a small video for launch. And I was told, talk to Muriel about the brief, and I was like, cool. And I asked Muriel for the brief, and you should have heard the voice message I got back, lads. You should have heard, pow, zap, and I went, bam, I'm sure, boom, this, and that was literally like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's how I give my briefs, because I'm like, I need to, because you can write it and you can read it, but I'm like, exactly. And when I say it out loud, you're like, I know exactly what you need. I'm like, I want energy, and I want this, and I want that,
bam,
and like, bam,
let
it go.
No, it was good. And look,
and it's brilliant. And thank you, Jay. You literally turned the video around in like 5 hours.
All G.
Unbelievable.
There's something exceptional about us today.
There's something exceptional about us. Is it the fact that we're both wearing blue?
It's the fact that we were named part of the Exceptional 200 in Cork.
Oh my gosh, Jay, we haven't spoken about this.
Cork. We won the Cork Business Awards 2020 named Content is King part of the Exceptional 200 businesses in Cork.
How have we not made a bigger deal about this?
Because we're because we're low key, we're class.
We're like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
Internally freaks out.
I know. No, thank you to the guys in the team. They tagged us and actually have to post it on Instagram. They
sent us like a little badge of honour, didn't they?
Yeah. It's fair play. We're delighted.
I'm loving life.
Loving
that.
It was nice to get the old nod. I'm guessing you have to be nominated for this or something, or a team picks this or something.
But whoever put us forward for this, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Whoever you were.
Banter.
You. Yeah.
We'll have to enter more of these kind of things, like
I know
awards and stuff.
We're not really the awardsy types, are we?
Not. Because we're in the marketing game. We're like, nah, we're not doing awards. Just head down and do the work.
Yeah. Say, I could have applied for that.
Yeah, it's like it's a nice little tap on the back, like, you know.
Yeah, I'm loving it. So thank you.
Before we hit the headlines, give your carry-out video a shout.
Okay, yeah. Well, this isn't my shout out part, so I'm just going to do it first.
Oh yeah, that's your shout out. Leave that. We'll go out to headlines.
Okay.
So headlines. Instagram is now allowing 3 guests on live streams. Now, obviously, as you said, as always, India, but it's testing in India.
Yeah, but you know why they do a lot of stuff in India now is because TikTok's banned there. So Instagram are completely totally taking control of the fact that TikTok ain't there. So they're like, let's just roll out a load of stuff in India. Because there's millions of users and they're super tech savvy. So of course they'll test it out in a place where they're geniuses and they don't have anything else distracting them. So it makes sense. Yeah. But it'd probably take 5 years for it to come here.
Well, I think this can get confusing for people. I find it hard enough sometimes to watch it live.
With 2?
You do and you don't. It's like, okay, cool. If there's 3 people, it's random. They wouldn't do 4 because it's going to be half and then 2 small ones. Is it? Or
that's how I feel. It's going to be 2 portrait, 1. So the main host will be in the top square or the bottom square, and then the guest will be in the 2.
It's cool. Is it need? The fact it's not needed, but I guess it's handy to have in case you want. If you're a team, if you wanted to interview us, if someone to interview the content is king kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah, it makes sense. I think it could be great if it came out before level 5, but sure, look. I definitely see value in it, but the only thing I find about lives that sometimes when there's 2 people, that there'll always be one that will go grainy for 5 minutes and then they'll be fine, and then the other person will go grainy for 5 minutes. So it's really annoying, it's kind of glitchy as it is. So it's I'd rather them fix that first. Yeah. And then allow more guests.
Yeah, I agree.
But it'll be interesting with Wi-Fi and delays and stuff, whether people are just going to constantly talk over each other.
There's nothing worse, if you're watching a Zoom or doing a Zoom and the person just kind of drops out for a second and you're talking and there's oh, no, she's back. Okay. And it's in your head you're doing literally those words. Oh, no, speaking of Instagram versus TikTok, I'm going to plug another podcast. Yeah. I shouldn't, but I will. It's one I love. It's called Business Wars. And they have a new series out, Instagram versus TikTok. And what it is it's completely narrative podcast. So he plays the characters. He does the voices. He plays the meetings. He acts as Mark Zuckerberg. He acts as the creators of TikTok.
Oh, stop. Okay.
It's so good. I love his stuff. Business Wars. If you have never checked it out, check it out. One of the best marketing podcasts you'll ever hear is Pepsi versus Coca-Cola. It's a 6-episode series, about 40 minutes episodes. And it literally goes back to like the 1800s when Coca-Cola started. He does character voices and then it kind of jumps through time to like, it's such a good podcast. So Business Wars have started one. It's Instagram versus TikTok. Listen to the first episode if you like it. If you like it, if you don't, it's for some people. It's like, but it's like literally like storytelling. It's class.
Okay.
Speaking of TikTok, they are looking to expand its length. I'm not like we said this. So TikTok is looking to expand its video length to 3 minutes. Yeah and nay. Obviously, it's better for creators. It's more time to create.
Yeah.
But as I said to you, that wait till the end is now 3 more. It's 3 minutes, not 1 minute.
Yeah, and I think what they might add in terms of that as well is like a toggle. Because right now, if you're watching a video and then you accidentally swipe and then you have to come back to it, kind of like
worst.
Instagram, there's no toggle. So like you could be watching 50 seconds and then like skip out of it and come back and you have to watch the whole thing to get to the like 50-second. So they'll have to get some sort of a toggle bar like IGTV where like people can like scroll on. If
they will.
I don't. They'll have
Or
to.
do you double tap to kind of go forward and backward maybe?
They'll have to have some sort of a scroll because like that's going to take forever otherwise. I agree with you. I think TikTok always favoured 15 seconds anyway versus the minute. So for story time and things like that, I think that yes, that's going to be helpful. So people aren't like for part 2.
Oh, I hate that shit.
Worst.
That kills it, which is great. That's the one pro that comes out of this is that kills that.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a 15-minute story, like for part 4, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah. No, I have gone down the rabbit hole of story time sometimes, and I'm like,
I know. I've gone too. I'm like, oh. Okay, it's her stepdad and she's asked to adopt. Why am I watching this video for like the 9th time?
Yeah, I know, that's TikTok for you though. But have you seen that there's a lot more like actual linked content in it? So people have links and people have like all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more like opportunities for content creators to collab and
great.
And do
It is
more.
great.
And I've seen way more ads on it. I know we said this the last time, but a lot of tailored ads, and I'm like screen recording them because I'm like, this is fire.
Yeah.
Like really, really good ads. So they're finally
I downloaded the Christmas guide as well. So good.
so good.
Like so good.
Yeah.
It's still there, guys. The TikTok guide to, but even apply that to Halloween. Apply that to Easter. Do you know what I mean? Like so good.
They're unreal, and like their business hub is brilliant, and like just
sponsor us, TikTok. Just sponsor us.
we would really appreciate it. Have you seen that Twitter are opening up their verifications again?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. 2021 I did.
Yeah.
We've talked about verification stuff, but it is. I think it's a big enough deal, is it?
I think for publishers it is.
Yeah.
Like if you're a publisher, it's great if you're verified because then you are a verified source of information. But I know obviously like people just see the blue tick and they're like, yes, I got the blue tick. Oh yeah. But it's like, but if it's for a publisher, I get it.
And are they stopped now? Verifications you can't get verified at the moment, or unless you're
as in
high.
Yeah. So like unless you have a Twitter rep and they're giving you verification.
What we said. Yeah.
But applications open again in January.
So just like Instagram request verification, is it?
Yeah, you probably you have to submit
my 1700. I'll be like request, lads.
Yes. But you'll obviously with any verification you need paperwork to verify your business. But like you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
That's it for news, really. There wasn't too much.
Have you been using Snapchat Spotlight?
I haven't at all. I have to. Like it's silly, as I said to you. I started putting our stuff on Snapchat, just clips and stuff, and it's getting a good reaction and stuff. And
really?
We're getting views and stuff, yeah. Because the beauty that you have the swipe up in Snapchat, so it's about 1,600 to 2,000 views a story.
That's
which
good.
isn't bad.
That's very good.
So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you have a good old Snapchat following, like.
Yeah, but the problem is it says Huckleberry Cork. And I'm like, who gives a shit? Just put it out there anyway. Like, unfollow me if you want to unfollow me. Like, do you mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Lol. Lol. I'm going to jump into my laptop's going to die, so I'm going to jump into my
shout out.
Yes, my shout out is pennyproductions.ie. Leah Barber.
Yes. Leah.
I think her stuff's class.
Yeah.
I remember she started off about a year and a half ago. I was kind of watching her, and it was okay. It was starting off content, and she did a trip to Canada, and something happened, something clicked, and coming back, her stuff is just class.
Nice.
Her profile's class.
Yeah.
It's pennyproductions.ie, exactly as it sounds, and she's in, like, she wants to, like, you can just tell this is my job. This is,
I love that. Yeah.
She's all in.
She does both photography and videography, doesn't she?
Yeah, and she works with that couple. I can't remember what they're called. a lot. You know who they are, right? Textbook Travels.
Ah, yes.
She works there kind of stuff.
Nice.
So, yeah, Penny Productions, Daddy, check her out. Check out Leah, and her stuff.
Brilliant. It's nice. Support local.
Yeah, I said I would. We have to support local this December.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Speaking of supporting local.
Speaking of supporting local, I have to give Carry Out a shout out. So Carry Out off licence, to be fair, they've kept us going this year. I've spent a shameful amount on wine.
I didn't drink once.
Well, this lockdown I didn't, but the previous lockdown I kept us afloat as a country.
I kept the.
It was like a Tuesday night whatever situation anyway. So, but so they have released a Christmas video on their social medias, Carry Out off license on pretty much every channel, and it's stunning. It's like a review of what we should cheers to for the year.
Is it a poem? Is it?
No, it's voiceover.
Okay,
just like
that's how good
it does sound like
it came off like a poem. I was like, oh, nice.
It's beautiful, lovely narration. But I also am shouting it out because it's one of my dear friends, Kieran Nolan's brainchild, and it's amazing because I remember the day that she storyboarded it. She basically had this idea of I want to do a cheers to and have it like a montage of what we want to basically cheers to for the year and all the waiting that we've had to do for various things. And she was like, "Here's my idea," and I think I'm going to pitch it to the team, and she did, and she was so excited about it, and now seeing it all come to life and seeing the journey of her having that idea and getting really excited about it to it being so. Yes, sorry, she works in the Barry Group, which own all the carryouts, and she worked with the guys in 528 Creative. We gave them a shout out before, amazing guys, and they just produced this absolutely stunning video for Carryout. So check it out on their social medias. She did such amazing work, and I'm so bloody proud of her. And her issue is that she's too modest, so she deserves the congratulations. And
brilliant.
She deserves
that will probably go nationwide, will it, TV wise and stuff? And
so I think they're rolling it out at some point.
Awesome.
But at the same time, look, just check it out.
My background is in filmmaking. You've been on sets. You know how tricky they can be and how minefield they can be.
Yes.
When you've come up with an idea and you see it, the finished product, you're like, this is one of the best feelings I've ever done. It's so good. You've been there. You've been in the pre-rooms where
you storyboard it, where you're like, oh, I think I'll just jot this down. Stickmen, or on a whiteboard, and you're like, we're missing the something, and then you get the something, and then it's just, you see that end piece, and it's when it's finally posted and out there, it's
so good.
Yeah.
Well done to them. It was awesome. I saw you shared, and I went and checked it out then.
Yeah.
Pro bono. Do you want to wait till next week and do 2 pro bonos till we're fully set up and laptops and stuff, or do you want to do one now?
Yeah, we can.
Wait till next week and do a proper in-depth, because we're late as it is. It's 7:45. We came in last minute. We're doing a podcast tonight. So it's 7:45 here. The studio closes in 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll put pro bono till next week. We'll do 2 special pro bonos.
Yes.
Next week. And so we've done follows. Do you have a Room 101?
Oh, I said it earlier.
What was it?
Oh no.
I think about it.
I said it. Can we play back?
Yeah. I'll just cut back to the hey. So my is and then you're my one.
What's my Room 101? That's really annoying that it's gone now.
Was it TikTok? Was it Instagram? Was it Twitter? Was it verification?
Oh no, I think I'm just going to stick
I have 2 anyway.
I'm going to stick for part 2 into my Room 101.
Nice.
Because how annoying is that?
I respected this guy for doing it, but it annoyed me that he did it. All right? On LinkedIn, I got this direct message from this chap in Dublin. I wish I had my phone, I could play it for you. But it's to me. Was it a
voice message?
No, it's a video. It was sent a video to me directly. Jason, great to see you. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I was like, oof, I don't know you, bro. It was interesting. No, he was looking for some research for something. Unfortunately, I didn't get back to him. But It was just for research for some fitness thing. I'm like, I'm not your target audience, brah.
Sorry, but like, I love where you're just like, you go into all the effort and you're like, I didn't get back to him.
But look, this is the harsh reality.
No, that's true.
Well, look, I was contemplating it, but it was an ask immediately.
Yes,
it was can you come back
know.
to me because I need you to do this kind of thing. I was like, oof. Derek, like, it was a nice touch. I respected him for doing it. It was upfront. Jason, just saw your marketing, would love your feedback.
Yeah.
And it was literally a minute long of him talking about what he's doing. And I was like, I don't know. It was just the whole thing. I was like, look, this is messy.
LinkedIn messages are interesting. I got one from a guy who was like, hey, great to connect. Really love your website. Love your profile. I own an agency. We specialise in digital marketing. Would love to chat. And I was like, okay, do they want to collaborate on something? Because like I do work with other agencies as like, you know, their consultant or whatever. So I wrote back and I was like, actually, I think he's trying to sell their services to me. So I wrote back and I was like, hey, whatever his name is. And I was like, you know, thanks for that. And I was like, I'm also in digital marketing. So did you want to look at the lines of a collaboration, or were you trying to sell your services to me of what I do myself? And I have not gotten a response.
Of course, like, yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah,
do
at least
your
look,
research.
Yeah. But it's not even research. Just look at the title
my
of your
God.
page. Like,
Oh, just...
can I introduce a new segment to this podcast
Okay.
and call it I Don't Care? Because you gave out to me last week about the graduation ones.
I don't think I'm over that.
I
That was
don't
quite
care
harsh.
what your Spotify wrap-up is. I don't care.
I was actually going to put something on my stories. Oh, hey.
Every
No, I'm sorry,
story
Jay.
was that they put a lot of effort
I'm
into
sorry,
it.
but
Trust me,
we've
I
been
know.
tagged in some people's podcast
Yes,
listens,
this
and
is
I'm
true.
weak for it. I'm like, look at us go.
You're always the good person in this battle.
am.
And I do, like, I go angry. I don't see that side of things. And you say, I'm like, oh shit, she's right. It's like a few other things this week. I was like, fuck, she's right about that. But like, it's just, it's just social media gets completely taken over by it. Like, everyone's story.
Yeah, but wait until your 2020 review and your best 9. Wait for those on Instagram.
yeah.
Remember those? Yeah, they were coming.
Did I do that last year?
Your best 9?
I don't think so. Did you?
No, but like, I think my best 9 were like, I was like, I posted probably twice last year on my own personal account.
You're
but
like
anyway.
you're like my work wife, where I freak out about something and you make me realise the benefit of it.
Yeah. Now, I did want to go on my stories later and talk about my 2020, because my podcasts are, to be fair, they're lit because they're like, that's me. But the songs, like, they're telling me my top artists are these randomers because I find a song that I'm like, that's a banger. And I listen to it 5,000 times, to the point where my 2020 wrap-up playlist right now is giving me like, I'm like, oh, skip, because they're songs that I listen to and I butcher them. I'm like, listen, skip, back. And then it'll be a random song again. So it's like, you really like this artist? And I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
I just liked that one
One
song in June.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the data it gives you. Like, I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's
like,
cool.
our data for Content is King is impressive. It's impressive to us. I'm happy with it. We've been listened to in 27 different countries.
I love that.
Class.
Mm-hmm.
What
How many
else is
languages
there?
can you say hello in?
I have no idea. We dropped over 489 minutes of content in 11 episodes.
I'd believe that.
You're welcome.
I would believe that.
Golden it died. Do not die on me. My goddamn laptop just died on me.
I think that's a sign.
Yes. Well, look, you got the gist of it anyway.
Yeah.
But
thank
you
you
for those listeners.
Yeah.
And thank you, Spotify, I guess, for showing me those numbers, I guess.
I love how you just turned a corner. It's great. Anyway, everyone, mind yourselves.
Mind yourselves. This podcast is sponsored by Republic of Work. Check out republicofwork.com. Leave us a review if you've liked this episode. Check out our Instagram. Check out my thing, whatever it's called, the 12 days of giveaway. No, 12 days of takeovers. If you're a local business and want support, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, and check out Launch, republicofwork.com/launch.
.com. No, not .com.
Nope, not .com.
Bye.
Bye.